Well, howdy, and thank you for tuning in to Dakota Cowboy here on Beck TV, presented by Dakota Community Bank and Trust. I'm Wild Bill. I'm the media director here at the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame in historic Medora. Thanks so much for tuning in. All the folks at Dakota Community Bank and Trust are all excited for Mandan Rodeo Days coming up over the 4th of July holiday, and it's going to be held at the all-new Dale Paulke Arena in Mandan. Have you seen that yet? Oh my gosh, it is a state-of-the-art, high-tech equestrian facility. I'm sure we'll be having more footage coming up in future episodes of Dakota Cowboy from the all-new Dale Paulke Arena. Check it out over the 4th of July. And speaking of footage and speaking of rodeos, I sure hope you're enjoying NDRA action here on Beck TV. This weekend we were in Strasburg. We're going to be in Wing next. And later this summer we'll have rodeo action from Medora. And we'll have rodeo action all the way through the finals coming up in September in Watford City. I sure hope you can join us. We have some exciting news to share here at Dakota Cowboy. We've recently reached an agreement with the PRCA, and Dakota Cowboy is now streamed on their YouTube channel. We are so excited about this, and it's going to be so fun to grow with Dakota Cowboy and the PRCA. You can catch Dakota Cowboy on the PRCA YouTube channel at youtube.com/PRCA Pro Rodeo. A big thank you to Amy and the staff at the PRCA. Well, coming up on the program today, our co-host Tisa Peak visits with some young, successful rodeo athletes at the state finals in Bowman recently. She has several of them that are doing quite well, and she'll be talking with them coming up in just a bit. We'll also explain this memorial that's behind us. It's for Mona Kramer, who died in December. Her husband, Ron Kramer, joins us on the program today and tells us about what the meaning is behind this memorial, and he also talks about a scholarship that's being set up in Mona's name and much, much more. That'll be coming up here in just a bit. Our North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame Hall of Honorees inductee of the week was inducted in the category of Modern Era Rodeo in 2020. Rocky Kukla, originally from Kildare, North Dakota, is our honoree of the week. That segment presented by Torgerson Auto Center in Bismarck. And our Dakota Cowboy Student Rodeo Athlete of the Week is a young lady who's 16 years old from just south of Dickinson, North Dakota. You'll meet Kiara Mavity coming up here in just a bit. So sit back, relax, maybe get some more ice in your tea, and dial up the neighbors and tell them to turn on Beck TV, because Dakota Cowboy starts now. I'm Wild Bill. We're back in just a jiffy on Dakota Cowboy, presented by Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Man has worked in sync with Mother Nature since the beginning of time. Relying on her to provide sufficient moisture every growing season is a roll of the dice. You can now insure your pastures and rangelands with Rainfall Index policy available from Chamely Financial. This will give you the peace of mind by knowing you will be protected from the adverse effects of Mother Nature. Contact Chamely Financial today, 719-338-3428, or go to chamelyfinancial.com.
Stop out to our facility, Highway 22 South. Let us build a truck for you.
Beck News is your leader in local. Beck specials and live information for you. Original programming. Exclusive local sports. Beck is local for you. Uncensored topics and uncensored opinions. Unapologetic politics. where all sides are represented. Full episodes online anytime at beck.news. All in one network. Your leader in local, Beck News.
Whether you have guns, ammo, vehicles, toys, or collectibles, consign with Last Chance Auction and we can help put money in your pocket. Give us a call at 334-SOLD or visit lastchancesd.com for upcoming auctions.
Hi, Rich from Law Motors. 45 years ago, Dad started selling cars. 35 years ago, I started selling cars. And 15 years ago, Tyler started selling cars.
And I'm Mom, and I told all of them, just be nice.
JR's Auto Body and Truck Collision has built a reputation as one of the most reputable and reliable body shops in this region. With nearly 30 years in business, customers count on JR's to get it done right the first time. They'll work with your insurance company to smoothen the process. From their 40-foot frame straightening machine, Sickens paint, and the latest technology in the repair industry, they're the only name you need to know. For auto, semi, RV, and trailer repair, it's JR's Auto Body and Truck Collision. North Dickinson, call 701-483-6778. JR's Auto Body and Truck Collision.
Hey everybody, it is Dakota Cowboy, brought to you by Dakota Community Bank and Trust. I'm your co-host Tisa Peak, and I'm with Miss Vanilla, and we were at the North Dakota State High School Rodeo Finals. It's a busy week, the second week of June, and we caught up with some state champions. One, Sheridan Booble in the breakaway, and Miss Sydney Sandstrom in the rein cow horse. Also, we talked to a couple freshmen, CJ Bomback and Sutton Hennessy. Here's what they had to say at the state finals.
And I went with sophomore, Sheridan Booble. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your year and this horse?
So this fall rodeo season, it was kind of tough because this horse here got hurt. He tore his suspensory ligament on his back left. So I kind of had the Cole Gerhardt's horse. And I'm very thankful for that, for them. And he came back at Bismarck and New Salem Rodeo. And
Great. Yes. So he had the whole winter you after that.
Yes. And we went and we just got points. And I was very thankful for him that he came back with a ring where
I was thankful he's here. And his name is Jack. And did you say something this might be his last final?
Yes, this is going to be his last state finals rodeo because I've been riding him since as a 6th grader, and he is now 24 years old.
24 years young.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have another horse you're making?
Yes, I have a new 9-year-old horse. She's a pretty little bay mare. Her name is Orca. I'm hoping to get her going this summer so she'll be ready for my junior year of high school rodeo.
And you would quite the basketball season this year too, didn't you?
Yeah, it was pretty busy.
Who do you play for?
I play for Center Stand.
It was pretty busy. And do you think that helps you in your breakaway building?
Yeah, it keeps me in shape of the winter as I also play volleyball too, and it just helps with strength.
And I would say the mental game. I noticed you have great mental composures. I mean, you're prepared and you set. What about growing up with the stock contractor? Your dad and mom and your grandpa, the Brules, are stock contractors across North Dakota.
Yeah.
What has that done for your life?
It's been pretty busy since I was very young, and it gave me a chance to rope calves and have calves, but I never did actually rope the calves that we brought to rodeos. I actually roped the ones that were cut from the rodeo pen. So I either got rockets or really slow calves, and I guess I've just learned.
You deal with the cards you're dealt.
Yeah.
Isn't that rodeo?
Yeah.
Well, what are his future aspirations or some people that are really inspiration to you?
Probably Jackie Crawford. She's been one up mine. Like, I just loved how she ropes and just her, like, I don't know, it's, cause it's, yeah, and it's just, she's so tough, and she goes out there, she does her job.
I am here with CJ Bomback of Stanley, North Dakota. Hey, Siege, you want to tell us how your rodeo seasons went, good or bad, and your sports season?
It's been quite an obstacle having my main bail hole, skid hole, and then having my young one step in. I have to give her credit for that. It just kind of happened, but it's been lots of challenges, but with like a great rodeo family is helping me, offering me a bunch of stuff, lessons. It's been pretty good just for a freshman year.
So you're busy taking all kinds of horse riding lessons, following in your mom and dad's footsteps.
Trying to.
And you're a heck of a hoopster, aren't you?
Some days, I don't know, it depends.
What's your family like on the basketball court? Do they support the rodeo thing? Do they talk about it at all?
A lot of times, there's sometimes I have to skip basketball games, but I don't know.
You just go out there and play?
Yeah, some days. Depends how I'm feeling.
That's how barrel racing is sometimes too,
Yeah.
isn't it? Some days are good, some days are bad.
Yeah.
How about rodeoing with your brother?
I don't know. Some days it's great. Some days it's in the arena where I'm balling. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's a little hard on you?
Yeah.
Is he? Well, that's brothers. Anyway, what do you think about the future? What do you think you're going to end up doing? Ever thought about it?
I don't know. I'd like to be a loyal, because I don't know, but I don't know. Good thing I'm only a freshman. I have many years.
That's right.
Think about it.
Freshman in Bowman, North Dakota, Miss CJ Bombach from Stanley, and she has a great herd of horses coming up. I'm joined by the youngest of 6, but the tallest. His name is Sutton Hennessy, and he's from Berthold, North Dakota. And Sutton, this is your first time qualifying in high school as a freshman, steer wrestling. So how did you get started steer wrestling?
Well, it all started when I started out showing cattle, and then my older sister, Shelby, she started doing some rodeo stuff, and then my other sister, Aspen, started getting into it, and I just had an interest for it, and I started doing it, just kept going at it, and now I'm here at high school rodeo just steer wrestling, and Tyler Shaw and Bridger were really good help, and also Sean Arndorfer. They've been really amazing help with me for the whole rodeo industry and all that.
But you started goat tying, roping, and doing all those little kid events. Did it take till you grew up this big to decide that you're going to be a bulldogger, or did you see it and say, I love this?
I don't know. I don't know. I just went to a rodeo, and I really didn't watch bulldogging much. I just saw it. What was it? Beginning in my junior high, you just started shoot dogging, and then just fell in love with shoot dogging, and then that's kind of where it happened.
And you made it to the junior high finals in the shoot dogging, you were in the short go, and now you're jumping off horses like crazy.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the team of horses you have.
So my bulldogging horse, I got him from Tyler Shaw. He's a little older, but he's really good, really good.
Solid.
Yeah. And my team roping horse came from Lance Gerhardt, and he's amazing horse. My older sister Aspen roped on him, and it's amazing. He's getting kind of older too, so I'm kind of looking for a newer one, but he still works pretty good.
So you got to keep showing cattle to earn some money, don't you?
Yeah.
Because these rodeos don't pay enough. Yeah. Anyway, so growing up showing cattle, your dad's Jay Hennessy. He has Hennessy show cattle. That's right. And your brothers show goats and do all that. Do you think being around those animals just at a young age has helped you, like, gauge a steer maybe, or rope the horns?
Yeah, it has actually helped me, because I get to like know the animal better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to word it, but yeah.
It helps.
Yeah, it helps a lot.
Okay, so what are your future aspirations? What do you think you'll go to college for?
I want to go for rodeo and all that. I haven't really thought about college much.
Yeah, you're just a freshman. What am I thinking? You don't have to think about it, Sutton. Yeah. Okay, well, how about the friends and the relationships you made across North Dakota? You don't just have friends in Berthold.
It's awesome. It's way better than not doing any rodeo and just doing football and that, because you get to make friends out of state, all over the state, and it's awesome. They're all good people, very nice. It's pretty cool.
One more thing, Sutton. You had a little health scare this past fall and missed a big part of the season. How do you keep smiling, and how did you make that a positive?
I don't know. I just saw it set me back, and I just need to push forward and keep fighting against it. I don't know.
Just like being a little brother, you just had to keep fighting against it.
Yeah.
Miss Sydney Sandstrom. Sid, can you tell us what events you're competing in and how it's going a little bit?
I'm in cutting, rein cow horse, breakaway, and poles, and so far it's going well.
It is going well. You've qualified for nationals already in one event.
Yep. And the cutting, I qualified third in the cutting, and I'm locked in for rein cow horse.
So tell me about, you know, I knew you as a little kid, barrel racing and roping, and you always had a good feel with your hands. How did you go into reining cow horse and the cutting events?
My siblings always did it, and I don't know, I just kind of followed in their footsteps and liked it. So,
what has it taught you about horsemanship?
It's taught me more than any other event, for sure.
Has it really?
Yep.
Who's been some of your mentors or people you look up to along the way?
John Hovde for sure has helped me every step of the way, and Spencer Ingalls and Kenny Ingalls, and then John Peak.
What horses are you riding in the cutting and the reining cow horse? Can you tell me a little bit about your favorites?
Yes, I have Benjamin is my rein cow horse, and then I have Twist for cutting. Benny's probably my favorite. He's kind of a character. We almost lost him to colic about 3 years ago and had to have surgery, so he's
recovered.
He's recovered and come back, and he's good as new now.
What, besides having that personality, what are some of his qualities in the arena that make him a winner or fun to ride?
He's he likes to show off. He doesn't do well in the practice pen. He likes to show for sure, and he's very strong on a cow, so he doesn't back off, and helps a lot we can handle kind of any of our cattle that we get, so that helps.
Sense.
Yeah.
That helps a lot.
Yeah.
So you're a senior. You've already decided on a college this year?
Yeah, I think so. I'm cleared in college in Texas.
Perfect. So. And what do you think you're going to study? Horses?
I'm just going to do business and marketing and then rodeo. So, but they have a rein cow horse and cutting and ranch program, so I'll get to continue doing that.
Excellent. So you grew up in Ray, North Dakota. What can you say about the rodeos and how they've kind of evolved, even since you were a kid? Doesn't it seem like we have more?
Yes, for sure. They've gotten a lot better and ran by better committees and
always improving.
Yep, much smoother. So.
Okay, as far as the breakaway, what horse are you using in that?
I have Lady for breakaway. She was
a mare.
Yep, a little mare, and she Cade Swore trained her and bought her out of a reject cutting program, and she's been just getting her season the last 2 years.
Do you ever practice her on the cutting, or does that goof up the roping?
No, I do. I used her for rein cow horse my first year because my brother had Benjamin.
Okay.
So I used her my first year, and then we've cut the flag a couple times. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Well, Sid, we loved hearing your story today, and we know you're going to go on and keep riding no matter what, win, lose, win, or draw, whatever they say. Anyway, thank you, Sid.
Thank you.
Thank you, North Dakota High School rodeo athletes. The top 4 in each event will go on to compete at the National High School Rodeo Finals in Gillette, Wyoming, the 3rd week in July. Good luck to all contestants. As far as Beck TV goes and Dakota Cowboy, we will be in the branding pen next week. Thank you to our sponsors and all our viewers. Brought to you by Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Improve your home or business with services from Zaka Remodeling and Construction. Whether you need windows or doors repaired, replaced, or installed for your residential or commercial property, Zaka Remodeling and Construction can help. Our local and family-owned business offers flexible hours and over 10 years of experience in the industry. We are your local Pella expert. Pella is rated #1 in highest quality and innovation by homeowners across the country. Feel confident when you choose Pella and Zaka Remodeling. Contact us today for a free estimate. Zaka Remodeling and Construction.
It's every American's right to bear arms. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we're here to help you support your Second Amendment rights, which reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Whether you're looking for a pistol for personal defense or collector gun, we have the staff to help you. We also have the area's largest inventory of ammo and reloading supplies.
Mandan Sporting Goods, the area's local gun and ammo specialists. The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Medora Boot and Western Wear open year-round in historic Medora. You'll find quality items for cowboys and cowgirls of all ages. Medora Boot and Western Wear has over 1,500 pair of boots on hand at all times. New this year, the R. Watson brand of boot, featuring an all-leather heel, riveted shank, and a 10-iron leather sole. Jeans, shirts, hats, caps, and more, and customer service is #1. Medora Boot and Western Wear in historic Medora.
Medora Boot and Western Wear.
Hello and welcome to the MHA Interpretive Center. It's the perfect stop along the Lewis and Clark Trail and the cultural hub of the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara Nation. Nestled along the shores of Lake Sagagawea in Newtown, North Dakota, 1 mile west of the Four Bears Casino. You can enjoy amphitheater performances, art exhibitions, and educational workshops utilizing our living cultural center. Enjoy some coffee, browse our gift shop, and learn about the original people of this land. Learn more at mhanation.com/interpretive center.
Welcome back to Dakota Cowboy here on Beck TV. We're presented to you each and every week by our good friends at Dakota Community Bank and Trust. We're out here on the patio at the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame, also known as the Elvin Nelson Memorial Arena, visiting with board member Ron Kramer. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Bill.
Look at that mustache. How long we been working on that thing?
Well, I bet it's been a long time. You know, I don't have much to do, so I've been growing a mustache.
Ah, well, looks like you got a lot of time on your hands. You know, you reside in Kansas. How long have you lived there?
We moved to Kansas. Mona and I moved to Kansas in 1984, so we've been there since then.
Okay. What drew you there?
Well, a fellow by the name of Frank Whittam. We were on a ranch out by Hardin, Montana, and we're North Dakota natives, Mona and I, both of us, but we were on a ranch at Hardin, Montana, and we ran I was foreman on that ranch. We had a large cow-calf operation, but we also took in yearlings in the summer, so Frank Whittam from Leota, Kansas, ran yearlings on us, and got to know him really well. He told me, he said, if you ever decide to leave here, don't look for another job, just come down and work for me. So we were 45 miles from Hardin, Montana, and that's where the kids went to school. So it was a long way to go to school, and when our kids started going to school, we decided we'd like to live a little closer to town.
Okay.
And so I called Frank, and we went down to Kansas and looked, and coming out of the Wolf Mountains in Montana to southwest Kansas was quite a culture shock for geography especially, so we couldn't wait to get back. And a month later we were living in Kansas, so Frank was pretty persistent, and that's how we got there, and we've been there ever since.
Sounds like a whole lot of cowboy stuff, Ron.
Yeah, a lot of cowboy stories there. Yeah, sure
So,
is.
having said all that, what are your ties back to North Dakota, and particularly the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame? You've been a board member for quite a while.
I've been a board member for this is my third term, I think, and the term's a 3-year term, so I've been near 9 years now. I was born in Mountrail County, North Dakota, in a little town, grew up in a little town called Wabeck, which is not too far from Parshall. And then my mother's aunt and uncle owned the E7 Ranch at Foxhome, North Dakota, a purebred Hereford outfit, and I started going up there in the summers when I was 11 years old, and spent a lot of time, as much time as I could. I missed as many days of school as I could to go up and work on that ranch, and so that you know, I'm a North Dakota native. Mona, my wife Mona, was born and raised about 20 miles, 30 miles north of here on the short, her dad managed a short ranch, and then, so we're both North Dakota natives, and that's what drew us to the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame. And then I had a rodeo career for a number of years and started in the NDRA and moved to the RCA and
What events, Ron?
I rode bulls and bareback horses, and mostly bulls, but I mixed the two, and so I was involved in rodeo and ranching, and that you know, and then my wife's uncle is Rex Cook, her dad is Jim Jeffries, her great-grandfather is A.N. Jeffries, and all three of those have been inducted into the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame. So our ties to the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame run deep, and we're very, very adamant about the success of this, and happy about everything that goes on here.
When did you and Mona get married?
We got married in 1974.
74. And how many children?
We have 3.
You have 3.
We have 3 living. We lost a daughter at birth in 1987, so she would have been the last child born. But we have 3. We have a daughter, Kelly, oldest son, Cody, and Casey, who a lot of people at the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame know Casey.
Casey spoke here at one of our events one year as the fitness coach for the Chicago Bears, and we're anxious to see where that career goes. Another story for another time. Perhaps we'll get him on the program. You know this is coming. Speed bump in our conversation, but in December you were at the National Finals Rodeo and suffered a tremendous loss. Your wife Mona passed away, and Ron, I have to tell you, I've observed you since that time, and you epitomize cowboying up. You went through hell. It was.
I did.
Yes, but you know, I see you today, confident, content. You seem to have come to terms, and you know, you're going through a year of firsts, birthdays, first Christmases, all of that. You went through the first Christmas right away.
I did. Yeah. Mona passed away December 10th, the last night of the National Finals Rodeo, and we'd been going to the finals for a long time, and we had a great time. She had a great time out there, and but it didn't end anything like anybody would have thought, and it was. You said it. I went through hell, but you know, she would have, if she could have told me, she would have said, and I think she did. She, you know, cowboy up, and you know, and when people ask me how I'm doing, I tell them the old cowboy saying, well, I'm healing, but I'm not haired over yet. You know, and I don't know that I ever will be, but you know, I tell people without a strong faith and a good family and really good friends, I don't know how anybody could get through.
Yeah,
you know?
And tears are love. If it weren't for the love we had for these people, we wouldn't have the tears that we have. But moving forward, you're doing some things to honor your wife's memory. We're seated in front of one of them. This is a beautiful fountain. It says Remembering Mona, 1952 to 2022. E7, is that one of his, is that brand of significance to you?
Yes, it is. That's our family brand, and that was the E7 Ranch at Fox Home, North Dakota that I talked about earlier that I grew up on. That ranch has since been sold, but I registered that brand in Kansas and Oklahoma, and we're in the cattle business down there, and we're in the cattle business with our daughter and son-in-law and our grandchildren, and that's our ranch brand, and Mona was really proud of that brand.
Yeah. Is this this painting, is this of significance also?
Yes, it is. That would be Mona on a horse, just following some cattle to water. So this water fountain is very, very, you know, Mona was a cowgirl, and when we were younger, she was a great help on the ranch.
She was so much fun. I never saw that woman without a smile on her face. She's always glad to see me anytime I saw her. And this just takes my respect for her and you to a whole another level.
Bill, this was her favorite place.
Really?
Yep. And so this is bringing her home.
Yep. You've also done something to help youngsters in the name of Mona Kramer. Explain what you and Marv Semrau put together.
Well, at the annual meeting in Minot, my son Casey and I were there, and we talked about doing a memorial scholarship in the name of Mona. And so we did, and it's $1,000 a year, and it'll go on forever. We put enough money in an endowment fund in the name of the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame to fund that memorial scholarship forever. As a family, we decided to do that, the decision was an easy one. So it's open to any high school student or current college student, but the main criteria is either they or their family has to be a member of the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame. We're going to talk about it this weekend at the induction ceremony. Rick and Marv Semrau are both going to talk about it. So, but we're starting that, and we'll name the winner or the
recipient.
Recipient is the word I was looking for. Recipient.
Don't try this at home. I'm a trained professional.
Yeah, I know. We'll name the recipient at next year's premiere.
Okay, that's wonderful.
So, it was too late to start it this year. And we were already into the school year, you know, and halfway through it when, more than halfway through it. So we're going to have the forums and everything available. And like I said, the board of directors of the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame will go through the applications and select the recipient. And then we'll announce that recipient, like I said, at the premiere next spring.
I got to tell you something. None of this is new to me, because when I heard about the scholarship, I called Marv. I said, what can you tell me about that? He told me how the thing's going to work and how the mechanics work and how it's always going to replenish itself and everything. Going to do the same thing in the name of my mother.
Yeah,
so
great.
So that, and it was inspired by what I heard, how it works for you. But
yeah, no, we were, you know, I wanted to do something in Mona's memory that would last forever. And as long as there's a North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame, that scholarship will always be there. And you know, those that need to be self-funded every year can come and go with generations, but we didn't. I wanted to set this one up so that would never happen.
Wonderful.
And that's what we did.
And moving forward, we got the inductions this weekend, and you got a little wedding coming up in July. Casey and Casey.
Sure do, Casey and Casey, and they're getting married July 15th in Appleton, Wisconsin, and so we'll all be there for that, and our whole family is going to be here for the dedication of Mona's memorial fountain and the announcement of the scholarship. And so we're all going to be here for the weekend, and I'm looking forward to that. And it's going to be good. And you know, this isn't easy, but for me yet. But like I said, I'm healing. I'm not heard over yet. But we're glad that we could do what we've done.
What would be one thing about Mona that you could share with our viewers that nobody would really know about? What is her favorite color, her pets? What did favorite music? What would you say?
Well, she liked old country music. I suppose as far as her favorite music goes, it'd probably be Merle Haggard or George Strait, one of the two.
Of course.
In the evening when we'd get ready for bed or go to bed, she would put in a CD, and it'd usually be Haggard.
All right.
Or George Strait. So that's a little. But her favorite color, and the people that know her would totally agree. Her favorite color is turquoise. You know, she was a turquoise jewelry. She loved it, and she was always but turquoise would be no doubt her favorite color, and you know, she was dedicated to her family and her friends, and like I said, she loved this place. She loved Medora. This was her favorite place to be.
Wonderful people, both of you and Mona. So all these events that we'd have is so great seeing you. You've always been complimentary on the things that I and the rest of the staff do at the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame. You're one of our favorites for sure. So
I appreciate that, and Mona was the one that I always said I'd just tag along with her. You know, she was I was fortunate enough to be married to her for 48 wonderful years, and I feel I got nothing but good memories, and so I feel real fortunate about having that time with her. God gave me a good life.
Yes, he did. I'm proud of you, Ron. If I couldn't think of a better way to pattern my life, but after the way you've lived yours and continue to do so, Mona's here with us. She'll be with us forever, and I appreciate you taking the time to do kind of a tough interview. We talked about this at the annual meeting yet. And
no, I couldn't have done it, and it's still hard for me to talk about her. But you know, like I said, it's been I had a great life. We had a great life together, and we had a lot of fun, made a lot of good friends, and raised a good family. And she did all that. I just, like I said, I just came along. I was along for the ride, you know.
Yep. And congratulations, new daughter-in-law coming in July.
It's gonna. That's
you have grandchildren? Do you have any grandchildren?
I do, and they'll be here. I got my daughter Kelly that's here with me right now, and their grandkids are coming Thursday. They'll be Joel is 20 and going into his 3rd year at Oklahoma State University, and our granddaughter Marley is 15 and she's going to be a junior in high school, and they're both ranch kids and cowboy and cowgirl, and they're pretty handy. So proud of them.
Board member, strong supporter, cowboy, all-around good guy, Ron Kramer here on Dakota Cowboy, presented by Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Base Fluke Trailers of Dickinson is a family-owned dealer with expert staff that know their products front to back. We stock over 150 units of all types and can custom order a trailer with the unique features and capabilities you require for brands you can trust. Our experienced service team is the reason we're also the best place to have your trailer customized or repaired. Count on Base Fluke Trailers of Dickinson to keep you hauling.
Welcome to the start of Main Street, the Main Medical Building located at 315 Main, downtown Minot. The unique shops inside offer body and mind healing, a safe haven for mothers-to-be, mixed martial arts, hair salons, massages, counseling services, and much more. Also keep a special lookout for a brand new Jamaican-inspired restaurant opening this fall. Take a stroll inside the Main Medical Building and uncover the unique shops and experiences that lay within. Discover the start of Main Street at the Main Medical Building today.
Hi, Rich from Law Motors. 45 years ago, Dad started selling cars. 35 years ago, I started selling cars. And 15 years ago, Tyler started selling cars.
And I'm Mom, and I told all of them, just be nice.
Whether you have guns, ammo, vehicles, toys, or collectibles, consign with Last Chance Auction and we can help put money in your pocket. Give us a call at 334-SOLD or visit lastchancesd.com for upcoming auctions.
Man has worked in sync with Mother Nature since the beginning of time. Relying on her to provide sufficient moisture every growing season is a roll of the dice. You can now insure your pastures and rangelands with Rainfall Index policy available from Chamley Financial. This will give you the peace of mind by knowing you will be protected from the adverse effects of Mother Nature. Contact Chamley Financial today, 719-338-3428, or go to chamleyfinancial.com.
JR's Auto Body and Truck Collision has built a reputation as one of the most reputable and reliable body shops in this region. With nearly 30 years in business, customers count on JR's to get it done right the first time. They'll work with your insurance company to smoothen the process. From their 40-foot frame straightening machine, Sickens paint, and the latest technology in the repair industry, they're the only name you need to know. For auto, semi, RV, and trailer repair, it's JR's Auto Body and Truck Collision, North Dickinson. Call 701-483-6778. JR's Auto Body and Truck Collision. For more than 70 years, farmers and ranchers have relied on Dickinson Ready Mix for all their concrete needs. Whether it's a shop building for machinery storage or paved feedlots for your livestock, grain bins for on-site grain storage, or precast pads for automatic cattle waterers, Dickinson Ready Mix has been there to provide quality concrete for all your agricultural structures and infrastructure. For your next project, call Dickinson Ready Mix to discuss the benefits that concrete can add to your operation.
Hey, we're looking for ideas for our next commercial. Thoughts?
We have a fully stocked lot. Cars, trucks, SUVs?
Clearly.
We strive for honesty, transparency, and a better buying experience.
Of course we do. Guys, think, everybody's busy. Nobody has time to spend hours shopping for a car. Has to be simple, easy.
Sales, service, simplified.
Perfect. Torgerson Auto Center, East Bismarck Expressway. Sales, service, simplified.
Welcome back to Dakota Cowboy, presented by Dakota Community Bank and Trust. There's a branch near you from wherever you're at here in the great state of North Dakota. Our North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame inductee of the week is next, brought to you by Torgerson Auto Center on East Bismarck Expressway in Bismarck. Check out this good-looking 2019 GMC Yukon XL. Loaded up nicely, including a free powertrain warranty, heated and cooled leather seats, 8-inch infotainment screen, and much more. See it on the lot and at Torgerson Auto Center on Facebook and TorgersonAutoCenter.com. This week's inductee of the week was inducted in 2020 in the category of Modern Era Rodeo. Rocky Kukla was born in Dickinson in 1959 and raised north of Killdeer. He began his rodeo career at the Killdeer Mountain Rodeo. During high school, in 76 and 77, he team roped and rode saddle bronc, and he qualified for the National High School Rodeo Finals. His college days were spent at Dawson Community College in Glendive, Montana, on a rodeo scholarship, and he competed in saddle bronc. He obtained his PRCA card in 78, riding saddle broncs professionally from 1978 until 1989. Rocky qualified for the Badlands Circuit Finals 8 years, winning the average in 87 as well as reserve champion in 89. And while sitting 13th in the standings, Rocky broke his leg in Omaha, and that ended his bid for the 84 NFR. Rocky was invited to Home on the Range Champions ride for 7 years, winning it twice. We go back to the 2020 induction ceremonies as Sid Strummy introduces Rocky, who then accepts the honor.
Nice to be escorted by a beautiful queen when you're damn near 80 years old. The guy that I'm going to introduce now is a young man that I've known most of his life. Him and another bronc twister from Marshall, North Dakota. And you know who he is. Well, these two battled it out in the high school ranks. 1 week, Bradley would win the bronc riding. The next week, Rocky would win the bronc riding. And this went on through the season. And I think they started when they were sophomores, and they made the finals every year. And then, of course, they started the rodeo pro circuit. And both of them rode. Rocky rode, traveled with Brad. He also traveled with a good friend by the name of Bud Pauley, who's here today. And he did very well. In fact, he broke his leg, where was it at? In Omaha, Nebraska, in 1984. At that time, he was sitting in the top 15, I think somewhere around 12th. And he was riding outstanding. But the broken leg cost him the trip to the NFR that year. But he kept rodeoing, and he also rodeoed at one of the prestigious rodeos in North Dakota, the Home on the Range bronc riding match. Well, Rocky won it twice, riding against the very best in the world. So he was certainly one of the most capable bronc riders that our state has ever had. And I'm going to introduce him now. Good friend of mine, here he is, Rocky Kukla.
Good afternoon. I told my family I was going to shoot it from the hip, but I surprised them. I can't do that. But I'd like to congratulate Harvey and all the other inductees on making it into the Hall of Fame. Phil Haugen, he was nominated, but he didn't make it. He sure deserves to be here, and I hope and I'm sure he will be next year. Doug Hansen helped me more than anybody. He drove 50 miles 3 times a week all summer long just to help me practice. At the end of the summer, I asked him what I owed him. He said, go make the NFR and win the world. Well, we tried, Doug and Sharon. Not all dreams come true. I guess you could call it fate and destiny sometimes. To the contractors that helped us practice back then, they would drop what they were doing, burn the tires off their trailer and pickup, not expect anything, not get paid anything. Jack Feddick, Thor Sandvik, Lynn Linseth, Sid Strummy, and the Figure 4 Ranch, the Meyer family, thank you. We couldn't have done it without you. I had a sponsor back then. Nobody knew about it. They were 2 good friends and 2 of the best fans that anybody could ever ask for. And on top of that, he's standing behind me, him and his wife Elaine. Thank you, my friends. You're the best. To my wife Jeannie, thanks for the support. There is life after rodeo. We've had a good time. To our daughter Caroline, she used to participate in the shodeos. She used to beat up on them with old Wildfire and Spiffy. Those were the times. We enjoyed them. Bill Pauley was my idol. He was a great bronc rider, a nice guy, helped me out a lot. He rode better than Bud did, but Bud won more money. But anyway, how you like that, Bud? The Calgary Stampede was my favorite rodeo. Gray Ghost of Marvin Brookman's was the rankest horse I'd ever been on. I was visiting with Bud the other night, and he said, memories are the only thing that count. And I got to thinking, you're right, but sure, there's some things I wish would have went different. And it's pretty simple. We all nod our head to win. Some guys win more than others, but that's what we do it for. But the places we've been, places we've seen, people we've met, and the fun we've had together is memories that nobody will ever take away from you. And you always have them, and you always cherish them. And Bud and I were talking about the exceptional good rides that we've seen each other make. And I've done that through the years, thinking about other guys' exceptional rides. There's always a few that you always remember. And Bud mentioned about the ride I made on Gray Ghost. And I said, well, Bud, I don't know how good I rode because I never seen myself ride. And that's kind of a strange thing with rodeo, but that's the way it is. And nowadays there's movie cameras at every shoot. Back then they didn't have them. But it's the memories that count forever, and this is a memory today I'll have forever. And I am honored to be here with the rest of the Cowboys. And I was fortunate that I was able to walk away from rodeo because I had some close calls. And there's a few of them that weren't as fortunate as I was. I met a guy named Joe Alexander and his wife Cindy. He won the world 5 times in the bareback riding, just a super nice guy. I asked him one time, or Bud and I did, what it felt like to win the world. He said it's something you can always feel good about. Well, that's how I feel about today. One last time, I'd like to thank the people that supported me, helped me, and cheered for me. And one last good thing, when Tom Brady gets on TV, he says hi to his mother. Well, I can't do that. But I'd like to say hi to our 2 little grandsons, Finn and hi, Bennett. Let's have a good time and enjoy life. Thank you.
Rocky Kukla, our North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame Hall of Honorees inductee of the week this week. And this segment is brought to you by Torgerson Auto Center. A little side note on Sid Strumme, who introduced Rocky at the 2020 induction ceremonies. Sid, among other things, is an accomplished musician. He's played background music for a lot of the events that we've held over the years. And Sid has always said that he never wanted to make any money playing music, and so far, he's succeeded. Sid Strumme. At the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame, we honor the champions of the past, just like we did for Rocky Kukla a moment ago. And we support the champions of the future. Meet Kiera Mavity. Our Dakota Cowboy Student Rodeo Athlete of the Week this week is 16-year-old Kiera Mavity. The proud parents are Sean and Catherine Mavity, who raised Kiera and her siblings just south of Dickinson, North Dakota. Kiera is 16, while her older brother Luke is 19 and her little sister Jessa is 13. Kiera has been on a horse since she was 2 years old, as she began on her Grandma Helen's ranch near Halliday, North Dakota. Kiera has been a member of the North Dakota Junior High Rodeo Division for 3 years, 2 years in the North Dakota High School Rodeo Association, where she took Rookie Cowgirl Honors in 2022. That same year, she placed third in state goat tying competition and is the state champion for 2023. She's also been a member of the National Little Britches Rodeo Association since 2017, when she placed fifth in the world in Little Wrangler pole bending, and then went on to the World Championship in pole bending in 2019 and placed third in the world in senior goat tying in 2021. Kiera is a varsity high school cheerleader, a National Honor Society member, where she placed on the high honors roll as a freshman and a sophomore. She's a church school leader. She works as a babysitter and a dog sitter. Kiera Mavity, this week's Dakota Cowboy Student Rodeo Athlete of the Week. If you'd like to nominate someone for the Student Rodeo Athlete of the Week, send us their name, a biography, several photos, and a video of them in action to dakotacowboy@becknews.com. And that's this week's Dakota Cowboy Student Rodeo Athlete of the Week. My, she's a busy young lady. And just like the rest of our Student Rodeo Athletes of the Week, I'm sure we're going to be hearing a lot more about Kiera Mavity in the very near future. Thanks for watching this evening. We greatly appreciate it. And we'll be back one more time to wrap up another Dakota Cowboy, presented by Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Okay, we're looking for ideas for our next commercial. Thoughts?
We have a fully stocked lot. Cars, trucks, SUVs.
Clearly.
We strive for honesty, transparency, and a better buying experience.
Of course we do. Guys, think, everybody's busy. Nobody has time to spend hours shopping for a car. Has to be simple, easy.
Sales, service, simplified.
Perfect. Torgerson Auto Center, East Bismarck Expressway. Sales, service, simplified.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets, sleepwear, dog bed.
Whoa, Charles. Everyone now can get MyPillow products at huge discounts at MyPillow.com. That's right. Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our 3-in-1 sale. We're bringing you exciting new products, overstock specials, and closeout deals you won't find anywhere else. For example, when you buy one of our brand new MyPillow 2.0s, you get another one absolutely free. And with our overstock sale, you save 50% on our luxurious Giza Dream bed sheets. That's as low as $29.99 for the best sheets ever. And with our biggest closeout special, you get our all-season slippers for only $35. Or our sandals and slides for just $25. Quantities are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone.
I'd like to personally invite you to Sentinel Butte the first Saturday in August for the annual Home on the Range Champions Ride. The best bronc riders are matched with the toughest broncs in this PRCA sanctioned, mission-minded event. Come support the kids at Home on the Range. Be part of the tradition at North Dakota's longest running saddle bronc event. It's the annual Champions Ride saddle bronc match, the first Saturday in August at the Open A Angus Arena in Sentinel Butte. Get your tickets at hotrnd.com.
Medora Boot and Western Wear, open year-round in historic Medora. You'll find quality items for cowboys and cowgirls of all ages. Medora Boot and Western Wear has over 1,500 pair of boots on hand at all times. New this year, the R. Watson brand of boot, featuring an all-leather heel, riveted shank, and a 10-iron leather sole. Jeans, shirts, hats, caps, and more, and customer service is #1. Medora Boot and Western Wear in historic Medora.
Medora Boot and Western Wear.
Nick Bolton here with the latest from Bell & Howell. We call them tack glasses. Inspired by the sunglasses worn by our heroes in uniform, tack glasses block blinding glare so well, invisible objects suddenly become visible. Enhance colors to give you vision as sharp as an eagle's and survive even the harshest conditions. Look, ordinary sunglasses just make things darker, which could be deadly in a tactical situation. Tack glasses improve optical clarity so you can see clearly, even in low light. If you've never seen how this light filtering technology works, check this out. Nothing to see, right? But look again as we hold up our tack glasses. A colorful American eagle is revealed. Amazing!
Act now to get your tack glasses for just $19.99, and we'll even ship it to you free. So don't delay. Order yours today.
To order, call 1-800-288-9503. That's 1-800-288-9503, or order online at trytackglasses.com. 1-800-288-9503.
And welcome back to Dakota Cowboy here on Beck TV, presented by Dakota Community Bank and Trust. One of my favorite places to shoot is here at Painted Canyon. I've been coming here my whole entire life, and let me just say, this never gets old. Last weekend, the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame, well, we held our 2023 Hall of Honorees induction ceremonies as 6 individuals and 1 group took their place in the Hall of Honorees. It was a great weekend. It was well attended, and coming soon here on Dakota Cowboy, we will be bringing you highlights from the induction ceremony, as well as the Miss Rodeo North Dakota 2024 pageant, which was held in conjunction with the induction ceremonies. And we'd like to extend a great big congratulations to the new Miss Rodeo North Dakota for 2024, Grace Stanke of West Fargo. We'll be hearing from her here on the program very, very soon. So that's all the time we have for this week's Dakota Cowboy. We thank you so very, very much for watching. Come out to historic Medora and visit us this summer. We hope to see you. I'm Wild Bill. This is Dakota Cowboy, presented by Dakota Community Bank and Trust. We'll see you in the future, if not in the pasture. Adios.
We are rewriting Hollywood's script for our kids. I'm pop culture expert Tina Griffin, and as a former Hollywood actress, I'm giving you a behind-the-scenes look at how today's entertainment is eroding the foundational development of America's youth and how to safely navigate this pop culture chaos. Knowledge is power. Parents want solutions. It's time to get the power back in your hands and reclaim the right to decide who and what should influence your kids.
Weekdays at 2 p.m. Central Time on Beck TV.
We're the ladies of Another View. Join us at 9 a.m. weekday mornings.
We'll discuss issues you care about from local and national perspectives.
Weekdays at 9 a.m. on Beck TV and online at beck.news.
Now you can have the personalized forecast at your fingertips when you need it. Beck's exclusive Weather Insight is information tailored to you. Radar, weather alerts, forecasts, and videos. Download the free Weather on Beck News app. Search your app store now.
Hey y'all, it's Trent on the loose. I'm a 6th generation farmer, husband, patriot, father. And as much as I'd love to just sit here under this shade tree and celebrate my own place on my front porch, truth of the matter is that people don't know who, where, and how is producing their food. So travel the country with Trent on the loose, and we'll find those interesting human interest stories behind the people that bring us the efficient food supply. Trent on the loose.
We're the ladies of Another View. Join us at 9 a.m. weekday mornings.
We'll discuss issues you care about from local and national perspectives.
You'll hear unique stories from fellow North Dakotans, plus topics in the national spotlight.
Start your day off right with Ladies of Another View.
Weekdays at 9 a.m. on Beck TV and online at beck.news.